All right. Good evening and welcome to session 2 of Wild Beyond the Witchlight into the Feywild. Good evening. We want to thank first and foremost Comic Emporium for allowing us to stream out of their comic book store, and we appreciate that. This evening we will jump right back in with our players. You'll probably remember them, but we'll go ahead and quickly tell you. This is Jericho Mossblossom of the Westfire Mossblossoms. This is Sage. You have Parthenos here, and we have Torn. So, we are, and I am your DM, Kara, of course. We're going to jump right back in when last we left, guys. You were at Lost and Found. You had returned the child who had run away because he got scared. You had been given this mirror ball by Star because she was telling you that she wanted you to help her find her cup. By Dearla, and she wants you to help her find her cup, Star, Lord. And so I believe that's exactly where we are. So, folks, do we have additional questions for Dearla, or are we ready to move on? You are nearing the time in the middle of the evening for us to do the big top, if you so choose to go to that. You can continue to just visit other stalls and other attractions. They'll still be going on.
No, I think I'm just about done talking to the tentacly cat here. Had enough of this.
Yeah, valid. She doesn't have any more information for you right now, so. And she didn't have yours at the time.
She didn't have what I was looking for anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I have one thing. Have you seen this doll?
There are a lot of missing dolls, but I don't know that I've seen that one particularly, Torn.
All right.
You're welcome to look in the wagon, but I don't think that one specifically is in there. It's kind of a child's rendering of the doll also. Like, I'm not really sure I'm supposed to know which doll it is, but.
I gotta bring it to the litigious manor, if that helps.
No, not at all.
Alright, well, thank you.
There's entirely too many dimensions for me to know what. That to be helpful for me, but sure.
I'm gonna find this thing.
Well, if it's about time for the big top show, then maybe we head that way.
Yeah?
I agree.
Okay. So, that is effectively in the middle of the night, and I don't have a counter out so that you can see, but everything that y'all have done all night, everything influences the carnival and the mood of the carnival. And so far, y'all have been very willing to play along, very willing to be involved. Some of us screamed a little bit. Some of us were really scared of the dog. But other than that, other people were willing to try experimental candies. And other people were willing to, just to chat up our little hamsters. And like everyone else, other than the dog thing, we've had a fairly good night. So the carnival's in a really good mood. And as you near the big top, honestly, you're going to go ahead and go in, and you're going to see this evening, they're going to be featuring, they say, Miss Palasha, the mermaid. She's going to be singing for you, and some other things. So as you go in, though, the lights dim, and a hush falls over the crowd. A second later, a spotlight illuminates a lithe elven figure sitting on a silver hoop, suspended above the center ring by silk ropes. The elf wears a dazzling suit of diamond-paned mirrors and a pair of butterfly wings. His scepter is topped with a spinning vane, and he calls out, "Welcome, one and all, to this evening's extravaganza. I am Mr. Light. Prepare to be delighted." And with that, the extravaganza starts. And it is one of those where just a bunch of things start happening. So you see clouds come out from the side. You see some tightrope acts starting, and even throughout the stands, some of those little with the little dragon fairies that you saw earlier, Jericho, they flutter by, and they come close to you, not close enough to catch you, but they come close. They flutter by. They announce to you.
Get me a little pocket dragon.
They announce to you that Miss Palasha is going to sing.
I would like to cash in my wish.
Oh my lord. That's not how wishes work. You can wish it, but we have to see what the universe provides.
The universe had better provide a pocket dragon.
Okay. Anyway, you spend a while here. Miss Palasha, the mermaid, comes out and she does sing. It is absolutely dazzling. A hush falls over the crowd, and while she sings, you all feel like this is just one of the most beautiful things you've ever heard. Each of you, it might sound a little bit different to. To Torn, it might sound more like metal, and to Sage, her singing might honestly sound a little more high pitched and like the tinkling of bells. Jericho, it definitely doesn't sound like the baying of hounds.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
definitely doesn't sound like that. You know, maybe it sounds like, you know, the rustling of the
What does it sound
metals.
like to Jericho, I wonder?
I don't know.
I think it sounds like that beautiful machine called the Calliope.
Probably.
That is absolutely the most heavenly thing in the world. Like, I don't know why they got, I mean, she's pretty, but, you know, they got a machine outside that does what she does.
Parthenos, I imagine for you, based on what you've done in your travels, I don't know what would be like the most beautiful thing you've ever heard.
That'd be,
What do you think?
that'd
Would
be
be
something.
something extraordinarily beautiful to you?
Can a Calliope harmonize?
I wouldn't personally know.
Of course can a Calliope.
Well, let's see. We will just say at this time, while we continue to get to know Parthenos, we're going to say that it sounds to you like the perfect kind of quiet that you used to feel when you were able to draw these very heavily illustrated maps that you once upon a time used to draw.
All right, let's get this straight.
Yeah.
So, Torn hears metal.
I'm just headbanging.
Right, right. And you hear tinkling bells.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I hear Calliopes, but
Sounds
I've been
like
instructed it sounds like 20 Calliopes all harmonizing, which
That
of
sounds
course they
fabulous.
would be absolutely
Of
possible to
course.
do. And then Parthenos, you don't hear nothing?
Maybe the wind through a meadow or something. Maybe something where peaceful.
Beautiful half-fish lady up there singing her guts out, and you just over here like, the breeze. That's nice. Wow. Getting to know you, sir, is becoming fascinating, to say the least.
Oh my gosh. All right. We do that. You also see a fire breather comes out, and he's not a dragonborn, so it's a little more impressive. And you see all kinds of different acts. I mean, you see trapeze artists and everyone, they're wearing these beautiful butterfly wings, and they stream out behind them, these trails of streamers.
I was making sure that it's real because everybody else has got them too.
Well, theirs look pretty real. Whether they are or not, I can't say, but they look real. Even
I mean,
though
I got wings right now.
I know,
Mine
but
aren't
yours
real.
don't look super real.
I got 2 sets of wings.
You do. That makes you pretty fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was that poor. I got the wings. Now I'm just extra fabulous.
As you draw towards the end of this really exciting experience, I mean, you're all hyped up, you're jazzed, you're excited. Someone has come through and offered, popcorns to everybody in the stands. So everybody has had a chance to get popcorn or something to nibble on. And Mr. Light announces to everyone, now we'd like to see what the audience has to offer us. Do any of you brave souls out there wish to perform for the carnival?
Pardon us. This is your chance to make up for the 3 failures earlier. Here you go. Prove to us that you've got something besides failure in you. We believe in you. I believe in you. That says something. So go draw a map like really fast. I seen this one fella. So he took and he had a canvas out, right? And he was like drawing a picture, but you didn't know what it was until the very end, and then he turned it over, and it was him. It was pretty good though, because he did it real fast. Can you do that?
No.
What do you do exactly, Mr. Parthenos?
Well, I used to draw maps for my order.
Okay, can you draw a map for the carnival maybe, like super quick like?
They already have maps.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
would I
but
try?
would you say that their maps are as good as yours?
Better.
Their maps are better than yours.
They are better than.
Is that why you don't draw maps no more?
Well,
Because your maps is not as good.
pretty much.
So you're just kind of looking for meaning in life right now. You used to be a map drawer, and now you're not a map drawer anymore because your maps is not so good.
He does.
That's okay. You know, everybody's trying to find their way in the world. I might be able to help you. Have you ever considered maybe joining a clerical order? We have need of people who are like you, sir, just non-combatants, as you might say, peaceful individuals to spread the good word.
I'm already part of an order.
It doesn't sound like it, sir. It sounds like you were a part of an order, and maybe they just quietly have let you go since your maps is not so good.
Well, while you've been chatting, you've
somebody else go
actually
up there?
you've actually seen some folks from the crowd volunteer, and he, tells one person, like, yes, come up for us, and someone comes up and recites a poem, and Mr. Light is like, that was so fantastic, thank you so much. Is there anyone else who would like to attempt to wow us? Torn!
Yes!
Torn
Okay.
is kind of a shoe-in.
Torn is one of our own,
he's a
and he
performer.
doesn't get to perform for us often, so we are excited, Torn.
Yes. I could do the song I did on the Discord, but that's kind of long. I don't know if you want me to do role play all that.
Okay, so
But,
how about
But that's what I do.
you can? I need a charisma check from you.
All right.
Yeah.
That's usually a good one.
Have
He
you
just
got
jinxed
have you
himself.
got performance?
I do have performance, but she said charisma.
Yeah, but performance. Yeah, I'm sorry,
Okay.
I can't. That one.
That's a 20, dirty 20.
Look at you.
See, wow.
More than astounding.
Look at that. Now, that man knows what his calling is right there, and he does a good job. Better than adequate, for sure.
Right? More than astounding. More than astounding. It was fabulous. And he is so impressed. He's like, Torn, we didn't know. We,
He's been holding back.
he has been. We might need to talk about adopting that as part of the harder side of the carnival's music.
Torn,
That's
was
exciting.
that your wish? Did your wish just come true?
Awesome.
Was that my wish?
Have you already forgotten what your wish is? Because I haven't forgotten what mine is. I want a pocket dragon. See, it's real easy. I just whip that thing right out.
No, my main wish is to get my horns back.
If you
But,
tell them what your wish is, it doesn't come true.
Okay.
but no, that was
I don't
definitely
know how
a
to do
step in
that.
the right direction. I'm just happy to get
Oh
Witchlight back.
my. Thank you everyone for attending this evening's Big Top Acts.
Oh wait, but Mr. Partheno said he wants to go next.
But we're not doing any more tonight. However, we invite everyone to come back at the closing, right towards dawn, right before we close up the carnival. We would like to crown our Witchlight Monarch. So we invite everyone to come back at that
All right,
time.
here we go.
We
Mr.
crown the
Partheno,
one
we got
who
until
generally
dawn.
has
We're gonna get you a crown.
contributed the most to our carnival this evening. We looking forward to seeing all of you back then, should you so choose. Have a good evening. And with that, the lights up in the stands kind of come up so everybody can see their way out easily. There's still a couple people kind of in the ring. There's some clowns doing just some basic stuff to kind of keep people interested, but obviously they're just a filler act. They're nothing huge or anything like that. Miss Palasha has left, everyone else. So it's clear there's be some filler acts, but not much else. Now, at this time, you have the option to stay here and watch other little acts that come up. You'd have the option to go out and begin talking or exploring other rides and other options. What would you like to do?
Can we ride something that's maybe not dog friendly and possibly fun and not horrendous? So far you've taking me to
There's a swan, right?
Dragon. Now I do happen to have I fancy the swans quite a bit. I would not mind at all riding on a swan.
We'll go to the swan.
Okay.
I
Swan.
guess we'll do swans.
Yes. Them walking out.
It's all right. They're absolutely elegant creatures.
My goodness.
They are. They're just not the cool dragonflies. Those things are metal.
All right.
No, they were not.
As you begin to leave the tent and you start to head towards the swans, you actually see a large bugbear wearing dungarees and a jack-o'-lantern for a type of helmet almost. And he says, he just looks at you and goes, "Follow me, manager wants to see you."
Oh, this must be about your performance contract, Torn.
And at that, he waves all four of you to
Let's
follow
follow
him.
the scary pumpkin-headed man now into the shadows of the carnival. That can't possibly go wrong.
Yeah,
You don't
sounds
have
like
to
a
follow.
great idea. Let's do it.
Oh, well, I'm not going to be left by myself. That also cannot possibly go wrong. So, no, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go talk about your performance contract. Do you have a manager?
Oh my.
Lion Man, would you like to be my manager?
Parthenos, this is your chance. As a designer of things, you might be able to design a contract that would be both beneficial to you and to Torn.
Oh, no.
This is your chance. We believe in you.
Apparently, we believe in you. How do you feel about this?
I mean, apparently we believe in me.
I mean, it sounds like you're now a manager, so.
I
It's
feel like
exciting.
Torn has not been snapped up yet, so this is your chance.
Bit of promotion.
But however, I have heard some people talking in the shadows about maybe being involved. You'd best beat them to the punch.
Oh my
You know,
goodness.
strike while the iron's hot, or draw while the ink is wet, whatever you map makers say.
As the bugbear is leading you forward, he actually walks around the back to the area where you saw there was like staff wagons and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And there is a solid hedge in front of you for just a moment, and he kind of waves his hand and it parts. And there's a doorway there. And he tells you, "Come
This
on."
man is a magic man.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells you, "Come on." And as he does, he
Course
leads
not.
you to a circle of wagons, and leaning against a particularly ostentatious wagon is an aging clown with a painted grin. He puffs on a bubble pipe and glares at you as the bugbear, ignoring the clown, opens the wagon's door and ushers you inside. So, this
All right,
way.
who's first to the murder wagon?
Yeah.
I mean the
I mean-
ostentatious wagon.
It's my thing, so
Yeah?
let's
All
go.
right,
All right.
you should let your manager go first.
I mean,
Really and truly, he should be making sure that everything is set up for you,
Yeah.
that you've
Yeah,
got
that
the
is
green
usually what they
candies,
do.
not the brown candies.
Yeah, yeah.
Jericho Moss on the Westbury Moss has a point.
He says the whole thing correctly. This is why Torn and I have become best friends.
Oh, how sweet. So, who's going first? Parthenos?
I
Torn?
will.
Let's see, there we go. Look at that. Well done, Mr. Parthenos. You have already assumed the manager title efficiently. Now we're going to put your skills of negotiation to the test.
Oh my
Am I
goodness.
gonna have to drag a lay pine in with me?
Oh no, I'll definitely come in last.
No. Just in case there's a dog.
Well, you never know. These people like to
Sure you
hide
wanna
these
go last?
murderous animals in just anywhere.
Are you sure you want to go last? I might come up from behind you.
Nope, I am already attuned to what is behind me.
How are you, though?
I'll go in second.
Oh, I am absolutely attuned.
Okay.
I have one ear
Go a
cocked
second.
back at all
Okay.
times.
Okay. As you step in, you actually are going to see there is a flamboyant elf grinning at you from ear to ear as he welcomes you into the wagon with a theatrical bow. "Please come in. It's a delight to meet you all. I'm Mr. Light, and this is my associate, Mr. Witch." He gestures to a stocky elf lounging on a bunk. Mr. Witch nods to you and doffs his top hat. Now, at this time, they kind of tell you, they're like, "We were very impressed with you, Torn. That was awesome. You know, and if we set up maybe a more metal part of the carnival, that, you know what? Yeah, there might be some places that would be really fitting, that would really work in well. But we definitely wanted to see y'all. I mean, you really impressed us. That was amazing. And As they're talking, you see that Mr. Light has in his hand this scepter, and it looks like a weather vane, and he gestures around with it wildly, and he kind of pauses, and he's like, this actually tells me what the mood of the carnival is, and your group has significantly improved the mood. It's been very nice this evening. It's been very light. There was apparently something with a dog or something. It almost
That's
took
Mr.
a...
Parthenos. He's scared of dogs.
Oh, okay, okay.
He's very quiet right now. He's been scared completely silent. Otherwise, he would definitely be jumping in to negotiate on his client's behalf.
Gonna defend your honor? Come on.
From what I remember, is not went that way.
Well, you don't remember very well, obviously. I mean, because you didn't remember that you're supposed to be representing your client there, torn asunder, and you just let this man just basically run all over him and tell him exactly where he was going to be in the carnival. Didn't even negotiate. You could have got third ring, sir.
He is his boss, so.
No,
This
not
is
technically.
true.
He is not. Technically, he is a free agent, and he is simply employed at this time by the carnival. But he does not particularly belong to this particular venue.
Well, Torn and Sage, it seems that you've taken up with some very interesting folks
Yeah.
this evening.
Extraordinarily.
You seem extraordinary, Mr.
Jericho Moss Blossom of the Westboro Moss Blossoms. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
You know, what brings you folks to our lovely carnival this evening?
My feet.
Your feet.
Had the day off and decided to explore it.
Yeah.
Because when we work it, we never get to ride the rides, and everything looked fun, and figured we would check it out for once.
You, sir?
My order sent me here.
The order sent you here. They sent you to the carnival? I don't know, I might have to sign up for that one.
Mr. Parthenos is working on finding his place in life, so they sent him to the circus in case he felt like running away.
Isn't it time for your second dinner?
Well, it would be, but here we are in this ostentatious cabin on wheels and negotiating for Torn Asunder's future.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming. I definitely want you to know that someone will be reaching out to you about that. I'm glad that I'm glad that you two had the night off and you're enjoying the carnival with these folks.
Very entertaining.
I see that there's a flyer hanging out of
That's
your
in my
pocket.
order.
Are y'all looking for something?
We
It
found
helps
this
with
and
my
I was trying to
order.
find it.
People
I
like
know
to
what
let
it's like
me
to
in the
lose
front
something,
door
and
if
I
I'm
just-
entertaining.
The thought of someone losing their doll just bothers me, so I
You
need
know
to
what
bring
it's
it
like
to
to
the
lose
tiniest
something?
manner. Yes,
What do you know what it's like to lose?
I lost 3 inches of my horn.
I keep telling you that's natural.
Well, they
It's
must have been
okay, it's
truly
nothing to be
stately at
ashamed
some point then.
They were.
They're pretty great now, but they must have been a sight.
No, they need to be bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bigger is better.
They're average at best,
What happened?
and there's nothing wrong with that.
I think it happened when I was a young bull man.
Hmm?
Actually, I think I snuck in here and I didn't have a ticket.
That'll happen if you sneak in without a ticket.
Is that how I lost my horns?
Well, if
You
you
ask
sneak in
questions,
without a
yeah.
ticket, nothing is free. So something will randomly be taken from you generally.
So how do we get it back?
Well, I don't have those things. As a matter of fact, the wheel of time turns ever on. What's lost is lost, and what's gone is gone. Not much I know how to help you with that. Other than, sometimes, and to your questions, or into your, sir, this isn't our carnival originally. It was someone else's, and we traded. So we very much know what it's like to be looking for a new home. And if you find that that is here with us, well, then I am sure we would be honored to have you. As long as you have some useful skills to be put to use. You know what? You look like you're strong. Never mind. Cool. You can pack wagons and stuff. I'm sure you're good.
Different story. That's not exactly why I'm here.
Oh, why are you here?
Well, contrary to what our little rabbit friend over here says,
Okay.
it is not here to find a new home or a purpose in life.
Hmm.
Oh, so he does actually have some greater, grander mission in mind. Please, do share.
Back when I was a younger cub, I was some sort of, for lack of better words, prodigy in artistic talents.
Oh.
And it's just being able to draw and sculpt anything my wildest little imagination could ever possibly think.
Oh. So,
What happened?
how are you not wowing the world with these talents now? What happened?
Yes, what he said.
Interruptive little rabbit.
I need to put a muzzle on.
I only have this much attention span, so see, it's already gone. It's gone again. It's gone again. We're still waiting. I'm already like 30 thoughts ahead.
You know,
Possibly, yeah. That's
Oh,
probably what
Lord.
it is.
You're too busy thinking about that sugar covered carrot.
That I would like one of those again. That was pretty good. When did I have that again?
by magic, Burley pulls one out of a cabinet somewhere and hands one to you and is like, here is one of those decadent sugar covered carrots.
See
that
there?
we have."
This is what happens. Jericho asks and the universe provides. Now, about that pocket dragon.
Saying, what happened?
Got a little adventurous one night, and like our friend here, I snuck in without the ticket. And then the next day I woke up and I just didn't feel like drawing or sculpting anymore.
So you are looking for your purpose. It's just lost.
Like your sense of time.
My sense of what?
Did you eat your carrot yet?
Did I? I must have. It's gone already.
So wait, did we all sneak in? Sage?
I
I
certainly.
may have wandered in as a lost child, trying to find my parents, and I lost my favorite bat stuffy.
Oh,
Really?
Is this your doll?
I'm so sorry.
Now
There-
let's get this straight here. So Tornus under there became less of a minotaur when his horn shrunk. Mr. Parthenos over there can't draw a lick anymore. I don't remember what I lost.
Your sense of time.
Right. And
I'm
then
thinking your memory at this point.
and then
You don't
and
know
then
when you
you
lost
lost
it, it's more like
a stuffy.
It's my only thing I have from home.
You lost a stuffy.
hmm
I feel like you got off pretty light.
It is my only connection to home. I have not seen my parents since then.
Right. That could be a good or bad thing,
Oh my
depending on your relationship with your parents. Like me and my mama, we get along just fine, but me and Papa, we don't really see eye to eye.
I get along very well with my family, and I miss them very much. And I don't have my one thing from home anymore
Why don't you just go back home?
because I got lost. I don't know my way back home.
If only we had somebody who could draw you a map.
I was too young. I wouldn't be
Wait.
able to know where
That
on the
We
Salty.
do.
map.
Oh,
Yeah.
we don't have somebody who can draw. All right, we're now on a
Wow.
mission to get Parthenos his ability to draw a map, so that he can draw a map, so you can get back home. And that's probably where you left your bat stuffy.
No, I had it with me in the carnival. I think it was taken as payment. 'Cause it was the only
Well,
thing I had.
unfortunately, there are forces at work that are larger than us on the other side, out in the Feywild. And sometimes when things go missing, they're gone. And at this point, Mr. Witch sits up from the bunk where he was leaning, and he takes out a pocket watch. He glances at it, and he nods at Burley, who gestures at all of you and is like, all right, thanks for coming in. Time for you to go, and opens the door to gesture you out.
That was rather unceremonious. We just got invited in so you could show off your weather vane and tell us that we were bad people for sneaking in, and then I got a sugar-coated carrot, and we found out Parthenos. I guess it wasn't too bad of a visit.
Yeah. We
Totally
found out
gets
more
to
about our lion
If
friend.
you would,
Well, maybe they
know-
didn't really negotiate that well. They may put him
Taco.
on at like
That's,
dawn.
that's gonna come later. They said they would send someone to talk to me, so.
and you hear him call out
I remember
Thaco,
that.
and the clown that you saw, this very sad, disgruntled looking clown, comes up and he tells them, "Can you make sure they all get a balloon animal as they're leaving, please, as well?"
Can I have pocket dragon?
He can certainly craft you a balloon animal that looks like a pocket dragon.
Well, that would be half as
I
good
want a
as what I
dog.
would like.
Dog.
Can I trade a balloon animal pocket dragon for a real pocket dragon?
No.
You seem to have oodles of them.
Mr. Light is no longer talking to you. He's ducked back in the carriage. The door is shut, and Burley's standing in front of the door at this point. And Thaco is crafting said balloon animals. He hands you a small pocket dragon, sized one, and he hands you a dog. And
Oh, we think that's so funny. Oh, look, mine's a pocket dragon. You got a dog. Mine kind of looks like a little bat, doesn't it?
I'll take a dragonfly, please.
He crafts you a dragonfly.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Don't
Now
you want to ride it? I think you can fit on it.
I tell you what, why don't you hand that over to me right now and we'll see what happens.
Oh my god. Alright.
Oh,
You, Mr.
it
Lion?
died.
What was the swan that I was talking to while hide and seek?
Oh,
It
we were
wasn't
talking.
a swan.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't a swan.
Okay.
I can't remember what exactly.
She's a stork, I believe.
The less
Either that or a
attractive, more gangly version of a swan. There's all legs and neck. There's no,
He just
no
nods and he
elegance
goes,
there.
"Swans are easier though. I'm gonna do one of those." And I'm pretty sure Featherrain would be really impressed if you showed up with a swan. So.
Gotcha.
He crafts you a swan and hands it to you. Maybe they heard y'all talking about the swan gondolas. Who knows? As you leave, Burley kind of goes to lead you out, but he pauses right outside of the area. He waves the hedges back open, and as you come out, he pauses right in front of him, and he removes his jack-o'-lantern helmet, revealing that he has a worried expression, and he explained, "Bad things have been happening at the carnival for a while. People and things have been going missing. My bosses know more than they're telling, but their hands are tied somehow. You're the first people I've met who might be able to set some things right. Witch and Light are good guys, but you'll need leverage to make them spill the beans. Have some thoughts, and you could try maybe swiping the vein or the watch, because the carnival can't go on without them."
You want us to do what now?
Oh, essentially,
I don't want you to. I'm just saying
what
that.
he is suggesting is that some bad things have started to happen here at the carnival, and that they know about it, and we need to put a little bit of pressure on them to tell us what they know, because they are not just going to volunteer it. And he thinks that the best way to do that would be to take his fancy little weather vane, or maybe the watch, which I think right there is about the darn foolish thing I've ever heard. We're not gonna. We already are in trouble because we snuck in, and now you want us to do something else nefarious. There is a better way, I'm certain of it. A more peaceful way, diplomatic, as you might say. We just need to convince them that we are, in fact, a group of individuals with the ability to affect fate, and that then they might answer that, or possibly one of us could become the monarch for the evening, and then as like a request, you could say, you know, like Mr. Parthenos, for example. Let's say you were to become monarch. You could be like, "Tell us the stuff I want to know." And they would be like, "Okay, that sounds good since you're wearing a crown and all."
So, Burley looks at you and goes, "Well, that was my best plan.
Well, you wear a jack-o'-lantern for a living, so maybe we left the thinking up to the thinking folks.
Don't upset the bugbear.
It's fine. Bugbears are, I don't have any problem with them. I just think that if your day-to-day life
Sage.
includes wearing a
Miss
pumpkin
Sage.
as a face
Please,
mask.
please make him go away. Please make him go
Okay,
away.
I'll take him to the swamp house.
Thank you.
Oh, are we going to the Swans now? I can't wait to go to the Swans.
Let's go to the Swans.
We will think about what you
Oh
said.
my goodness. Thank you. I just don't want things set right.
Did
And
they ever not have them in their possession, though?
Are you seriously considering taking them?
I'm a fairy.
I do not
And I
have
am up for
aspersions
it.
on your character. I'm just asking, are you seriously consider taking them?
Not right now.
Oh Lord.
well,
Mom was giving me
The
sight.
idea-
does not hurt.
the idea that he came up with about trying to become the Witchlight Monarch might not be a bad idea if you want to expend that much energy.
See?
Backup plan's
Jericho
not
knows
a
what he's
bad
talking
thing,
about.
But
though.
they never really are without.
I have
You
been
know,
shushed by a fairy. Not the first time.
Mr. Witch wears the pocket watch at all times, and Mr. Light, good luck getting that scepter away from him. But, you know what? Y'all tell me if there's maybe some way I can help you out.
Well,
Deerla,
sure,
Candlefoot,
absolutely.
Palasha,
You've seen this doll?
they'd probably be willing
You
to
haven't
help
seen
you
the
too.
doll. Put the doll away. Put the dang old thing away. All right, listen, Mr. Pumpkinhead, sir. What's your name? I don't know your name.
Really? So rude. My name is Burley.
Hi, Mr. Burley. I'm Jericho Moss Blossom of the Westboro Moss Blossoms. I work for the Order of Peace, and I'd like to
Peace
ask.
of what?
Peace of
Conflict?
mind, peace and quiet. It's all the pieces. Piece of pie, if you like. But that's beside the point right now. What we need to know for sure, you've been with the carnival for a little while, I assume?
Yep.
All right, good. How would you recommend one become the Monarch King? In the past, what has worked very well? Is it games?
The
Do we have
best
to
way.
win games?
The best way for anyone to become the monarch.
Pay attention, Parthenos. Just he's gonna be. There you go. Pay attention now.
I cannot continue to speak to him, Torn.
Yes, tell me what.
As you well know,
Mission accomplished.
generally it's whoever creates the greatest happiness within the carnival.
Oh,
Not just
Parthenos, you
rides,
don't
but
ride out.
rides, games. Creates, visit with the different people in the carnival, talk to them. It's not like most of us get out of here often.
True. We've done a lot of that already, though.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
So how can we push it further?
You did pretty great tonight. Pushing it further would be more along the lines of visit some more rides, talk to some of the other people some of the rides are in poor repair and need some help being repaired. Maybe you can help with that. I think Diana needed some help to repair some things over at the carousel. Or just maybe go talk to Featherine at the Swan Boat. She just
That one.
loves to
Let's do that
talk
one.
so
Alright.
much.
We'll do
I'm
that.
so
We'll
tired
head
of
there.
talking to her.
Miss Featherine. Did you say Miss?
Yes.
What
Not
about helping find
Mrs.
missing
There's not a
things?
Mr. Featherine.
Mhm.
What about helping find missing things?
That's no less important than going to see Miss Featherine.
Well, go see Miss Feather.
Well, let's go. Y'all keep saying, but
I'm
we just keep
hoping.
saying it.
I'm hoping at some point, when you all find your things, you'll find mine.
Well, if we help find
Wait,
missing things,
Mr.
will that
Burley.
help us?
What have you
Get the-
lost?
What did you lose?
My brother's gone.
You lost a whole person?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh my gosh, let's get this straight. You lost a whole individual. Torn here lost 3 inches. Parthenos can't do any art anymore whatsoever. I forgot what I lost.
Time.
This one lost a stuffy. Wow. Let me tell you, Quit pulling on my ears! Okay. Listen, I'm very sorry for your loss. I understand what it is like to lose somebody that you love dearly. I assume you do love your brother
Yes.
because he's taken from you, right?
Yes.
That's a sad thing.
We snuck in together, and then he disappeared.
So, what did he get taken from him?
I don't
You,
know.
obviously.
He's not. There you
Because you're
go.
not together anymore.
there you
I
go.
solved that mystery right then and there.
Thank
Did
you.
y'all see that?
I am.
Well, we do need to
Thanks.
figure that one out. Are you sure he's not just like hiding out here somewhere? Maybe he's playing a little, fraternal prank on you, a little brotherly love kind of thing. How long's he been gone?
I've been with the carnival in excess of 20 years now.
He's been gone the whole time?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty tough right there.
It is.
To go that long without seeing your family. My heart goes out to you. Is there any way I might console you?
Yes, you can find out what Mr. Witch and Mr. Light know about the things that are going missing.
You have
Because
Mr. Parthenos' word that we
there
will
are
do this. Well, you can't trust me. I'll forget this thing about 30 seconds from now.
I wouldn't trust you anyway.
But then why would you ask me to help find your stuff?
I wasn't.
Well, you did kind of, because you said you had lost something, which invited us to ask you what you had lost. It felt
I was
like
talking
you
to
were
Sage.
trying to ask
Oh,
without
I'm sorry.
asking.
I'm sorry. Sage, I'm clearly talking to you. Not him. You. Yes, I lost my brother. Yes, I'd like him back. I don't know what happened. But just like the thing that you lost, which I know is dear to your heart, I remember seeing you come into the carnival as a little one, and I remember that you've been here now the whole time. And you've never seemed to be able to find it.
16 years of this.
I know. I've been here the whole time, and I've seen you looking for it the whole time through multiple dimensions and everything, different planes, everything. Like, it's not happening. So I know that you know. So
So you know
the
that he
best
knows that you know
way,
that he knows
I
that you
think,
know.
if you don't, the best way is going to be apply some pressure to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and see if they'll give you more info. I can't risk losing my position here because what if my brother comes back? I can't risk it.
It's been 20 years. He's not coming back.
But something about y'all feels different. Something about how the carnival is responding to you feels a little different. And I truly and sincerely hope that in some way, Mr. Parthos, Mr. Torn,
Yes.
along with Miss Sage, that you can somehow
He meant saying Jericho.
influence things to be better, whether you can figure out whether I'm lost things went or what. And tell me how I can help if I can. Can't lose my place. But if you become the monarch, you can ask for more information. So
There we
so
go.
We'll work
To the
towards that
swans
for now.
then.
Yep.
Yes.
To the swans.
The swans.
It's to Miss
All right.
Featherine.
Just in case, keep a dog around.
Walk around. Yeah, there's that at this point, and he's like, yeah, there's a little blink dog that shows up really quick right next to Torn, sitting there looking at him like completely adoringly.
Blinky!
What in
Pinky, how you doing, oh boy?
the
Hi,
world?
Pinky. Sit, boy, sit. Give me your paw. Good boy. Good boy.
Torn?
Here's the treat.
Mr. Torn.
Yes, Jericho, boss of the West Coast.
I'm gonna have to politely ask you to keep that creature in your pocket and do not pull it out again.
He doesn't really fit in my pocket.
What he's saying
Find
is
a
he
way
wants
to
pet
restrain
Blinky.
it.
Do you want to pet him? He's a very sweet dog. A little
Oh,
old.
heavens,
He
no.
might drool on you.
I do not want to pet that thing.
He's too old to be able to chase you.
Yeah, he's
Oh, really?
yeah, he can't run.
He's very old.
He's very old.
Hey, you say he's very old. then.
Yeah, he can teleport, but he's very old.
Oh, he can teleport. Well, that makes things so much better.
Yeah.
Come here, Blinky.
So he doesn't have to run.
No, stay over there, Blanky. You just keep your old bones over there.
So are we chasing Jericho towards the swan rides that we're doing?
We don't have to
Yeah, we're going.
We don't have to chase me. I'll go.
I
I'll
just
go
had
willingly.
Blinky.
You don't have to
Yeah, we
sick the
can talk
hounds
about
on
Blinky
me.
and walking.
Yeah. Come on,
Okay.
Blinky. Well, I'll keep Blinky behind you,
Yes.
but
That's good. That's
And
I
good.
also
follow
Blinky,
you.
my,
We're
my
like way
little blue
behind
dog.
you.
Yeah.
Like just leave him here, and he'll be here behind you at all times.
We'll just walk in front of Torn, and then you don't have to worry about it.
yeah.
No,
It's between you and
I think Mr. Torn has a sense of humor that would think that would be funny to drop that blinking monster on top of me. Ha ha ha! Look at Jericho pee himself again.
He doesn't have to drop it on you.
Oh,
Blinky can
Dog
just
has
blink
his
in front
own
of you.
mind.
bam.
Well, hopefully for not much longer. Maybe he'll just finally see that boneyard in the sky is calling his name, and he
Wow.
will teleport for the last time.
Wow.
We have no dogs back home.
As you wonder.
Oh, we have dogs back home. That is the problem.
Oh.
At this point, you're walking along the side of the Silver Song Lake. You know what it is. It's this gorgeous lake that just moves with the carnival, and you're kind of seeing it. And then there's a dock over to the side where the swan boats actually come up to.
Me first. I get on first.
All right. Go.
Enormous swans glide through the water here, pulling ornate wooden gondolas draped in flowers. The swans disappear into banks of silver mist as they wend their way down the river. A jetty extends ahead, and at the end of which is a waiting swan preens its feathers. She is waiting for you to come.
She has been waiting this whole time for me.
Absolutely.
I have been waiting for her my whole life. Miss Featherine, if you do not mind, I would like to board your vessel.
That is what it's there for.
That would be just remarkable. And my name's Jericho Moss Blossom of the Westbriar Moss Blossoms. I'm currently unattached.
Lovely.
I agree. You are the most loveliest creature I've ever seen in my life. I have been trying to get over here for half the night, and they took me over and they made me look at the dragonfly monstrosities, and then I got chased by a dog, and then I had to put up with the insults and the just the
My
unpleasantness.
goodness, do you always talk this much?
Yes.
I do. Does that offend you?
Yes.
That is a shame. You know, I would take it up with Mr. Burley or Hurley, whatever. He said you talk too much,
do
and I was
you know-
ready to defend your honor.
How do you know that you exist? And at this point, is everybody getting in? Yes?
Nope. This boat is taken.
Well,
I guess we're gonna have to go on a different boat. He wants to be alone with her.
You're alone? You're
Yes.
not letting anyone else on?
Nope, this boat is taken. There's not enough room.
How are you going to keep them off? I would like this information. This gondola can hold up to 8 medium-sized creatures.
That
So I
sounds
would like
about
to
right
hear-
for just one Jericho Moss Blossom.
Your plan, because Miss Featherine looks at you and says, I can hold up to, there can be up to 8 folks in there.
Oh, I
And
have no doubt that you are
only
the
one of
strongest.
you does not seem like nearly enough to keep me entertained for the entire hour it will take to take this boat around.
Oh, Miss Featherine, I do believe I will take up that challenge. I think I can entertain you. For
I'm
more than
already
an hour.
bored.
Well, that is just because I have not given you a chance to tell me about your lovely self. I have been told that you are the most elegant. I have been told that you also happen to know everything that's going on.
yeah, I'm just gonna.
So y'all are just letting him talk and getting on behind him. Just, yep.
We're getting excited in a little bit. It's fine.
I've already forgotten the way.
Yeah. It's fine. And as the rest of you shuffle on, she, just kind of tips her head back, stares forward, and begins. The actual way that it goes is going to be around the outside of the entire carnival. When you look at the map, there is you can kind of see how the river goes around the outside edges. And so she's actually going to take you around the outside edge of pretty much the entire outside edges of the
Miss
carnival.
Feathering, you move with such grace. Can I just say that what Mr. Hurley said was very uncalled for? You have been the picture of silence. And he said, you just will not stop talking. I find that highly offensive.
You know, what I find highly offensive is that you continue to blather on about things that really don't matter.
Oh, you're right.
Because
you know what does matter?
Really, let's discuss. Let's discuss here. What truly is joy?
What truly is joy? Well, riding with you, obviously. That would be my joy.
Battle.
How about we talk about the gossip in the circus? Did you know that there is a conspiracy loose here in the circus? That something has been taking people and things more than usual, and that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light actually
don't
know.
much care for gossip.
You don't.
I'd much rather care for us to have an intellectual conversation about the meaning of life or the construct of what is time.
I do not know that one.
What even is our meaning here? Why does this carnival move from plane to plane? Or is it truly meant to bring joy to the world?
Why do hot dogs come in packages of 8?
I need a deck
wait.
save.
No, wait. It's
Hi.
why do hot dogs
Jericho
come in
Moss
packages
Blossom of the
10
West
and
Fire
hot
Moss
dog
Blossom.
Yes.
I'm going to need a deck save
Deck save. All right.
from everybody all the way around.
Uh-oh.
Because you are
Throw you off
not
the boat.
taking her seriously at all, and the gondola begins to rock
Ooh.
side to side because she is not okay with this.
Oh no.
Wow.
Voodoo.
That's not good.
Using that D6.
You say I was using a D6?
The one that I got from eating the treat.
Oh, you're adding. Gotcha.
Oh, somebody didn't roll very well.
Okay.
Somebody's wearing 100 pounds of plate armor.
You probably shouldn't go in the river then,
I
yeah.
rolled a 9.
Oh, that's fun.
At 6.
Oh,
Where is my...
Do you not get bonuses to that 9? Or is
Y'all
that
are-
with
That's
the
with
9?
the bonuses.
y'all are.
I got 14.
I got a
I'm just
3.
fluttering and then like, no.
I got a
okay, cool.
3 on the die.
I got a 3.
Jericho.
At least I'm
It's
assuming.
almost natural 20. 19!
So upset by this, she rocks the boat and
Hey.
Torn
Don't rock the boat,
and
baby. Don't
and
tip the
Torn
boat
and
over.
Parthenos pitch over either side as she rocks the boat violently. And straight into the water you go. I am.
That was
so
her.
sorry.
I had
That's
nothing to do
a
with
very
the boat.
large slash.
Yeah, it is. Our fairy friend here, Miss Sage, she's kind of able to kind of bob up a little bit, and Jericho, I don't know, at the last minute, I guess you feel it coming, and you brace, and you're like, okay.
I'm held here by the power of love.
Oh my gosh.
What is love?
That would be a conversation that I'd be willing to have with you.
I agree. Let's have that conversation.
So
Miss
what do you
Feathering,
think?
what is love to you?
What do you think?
Love is a stately, long, feathered neck with a round but elegant looking feathered body, towing a gondola that could hold 8 people, who carries on conversations that are so deep, deeper than the Silver Song Lake.
I almost
We're just trying to
can you do like
Just stand up, you dummy.
Oh yeah. I'll deep in the water.
This is not the mighty Mississippi.
it's not that deep. It really isn't. It's really just deep enough for the gondolas. It's just not like a big deal. You can't stop. You're fine.
I'm fine.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
See,
No.
you have gotten rid of that. Who could not hold this conversation. Now, I propose the question to thy holy self. What is love?
All you've offered me as an answer to
Right.
that query at this point.
Exactly.
Is an attempt to flatter me, not an attempt at any true answer or emotion.
I would say that my attempt at flattery and my continued pursuit shows dedication and sacrifice, which I believe would be the true definition, because even when you do not like me at my worst, I still love you at your best.
I don't know if that
I
qualifies.
don't think that's how that's
It's,
supposed to go.
that's how it works.
No.
You take from Jericho Moss Blossoms, or the Westboro Moss Blossoms. I come from a long family. My great
I guess we're walking towards the
grandsire,
gondola.
Gildan Scales, he was a dragon,
We're just walking.
and he made it work with little
We still
my
have that
my
order.
great
The order
great
for,
grandma,
Oh, I'm thinking you.
and
to you.
she was a bunny.
Yeah. I don't think I got the word.
So I feel like we could make this happen here
Pretty
if
sure
we
because
truly
you're the one that was inquiring about the dog.
allowed ourselves to open our hearts and minds to maybe something unconventional.
I got it right now.
I see I've held your attention this long.
Not really, you're on my boat.
Right.
Yeah, I tried to pitch you already, it didn't work out for me.
Baby, you can't hurt me like that.
I'll fly up by your face so you can try again.
God have mercy.
He has provided you to me.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Marcinos is just gonna call out, send the blink dog over.
God, you would love that. Honestly,
Oh.
at this point, yeah, like
On the boat, Blinky.
she's.
You're almost alone on the boat with
You're
Blinky.
almost alone on the boat with a dog.
You know what? I think in the face of all this majesty here, I feel no fear of the hound behind me.
Blinky isn't scary.
Right now, he is definitely not. My whole world has been taken up by this majestic individual in front of me.
And I want to appreciate that, I do. But, Mr. Bunny, I just don't feel like
You can call me Jericho.
your thoughts
Jer-Bear.
are deep enough. I don't know that it would ever work between us. You seem a
But-
very shallow fellow.
But see, in not knowing, isn't that the greatest adventure?
I'm in the water, like trying to walk towards the
So, I'm gonna give that one a pause. The two of you have never pitched from the boat. You have options. If you would like, we can either say that you were pitched right there in the Silver Song Lake, or if you'd like, we can say that when you got pitched out, it was a little bit further along next to the Hall of Illusions. What would you prefer?
Ooh. Hall of Illusions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go there.
Do y'all want to trudge through the water next to the swan boat, or are y'all like, not about that? What are we doing? I mean, you can, or you can just walk along the edge of the carnival. I mean, you can get all of your steps in. Well over the recommended amount, I'm sure. Or you can be like, yeah, he's just gonna annoy people. Like, what are you gonna do?
Okay, the swans were kind of boring, but the Hall of Illusions sounds pretty cool. You would just want to step out of here and go in there?
And leave her with him?
Fair. I guess we'll try and catch up to the gondola.
Okay. Okay, so y'all are just gonna walk next to the gondola?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You'll have to walk along the outside edges of the carnival. It'll be a pain, but I mean, it's doable.
I got minutes
back
over there.
in.
Huh?
They can't catch up and get back in.
If someone could convince Feathering to do that, possibly.
I got this.
No.
Watch
No.
this. Miss Featherine, I understand that you have had quite enough of my company.
Really?
We're gonna go with the same theory there.
Yep.
Okay.
So here's what I propose, because I understand that my love is unrequited. I will now be silent if you will allow our companions to catch up and join us once more.
And at that, she looks at Sage and says, "You heard him. You're gonna make him stop with the rambling."
I can try.
Okay.
I can't promise. I've tried a couple times.
I will do this out of the pure, intentional love of my heart.
Well, then if you talk again, then it means you don't love her.
Well, she was
She
questioning.
pulls up closer to the side of the river and pauses and says to the two of you, you're a couple steps back, and she's like, "Okay, come on."
Alright. Well, that was fun. Well, to answer your question, joy is just a construct created by us creatures in order to describe that warm, fuzzy feeling that we get inside. For me, joy is about bringing heavy metal, but joy is also subjective. So yes, I do imagine this carnival does bring joy, should the one that enter it desires to feel joy. However, if someone wishes to enter the carnival and not feel joy, then the carnival will not bring joy. So does the carnival bring joy? It is up to the individual.
That's a really good way to look at that.
Yes, I had a lot of time to think in the water.
Seems like the water didn't do you any harm. That's.
Well, it wasn't very enjoyable.
I'm sorry, but you know,
A little cold.
the constant proddling of some people, it makes it
I understand.
hard to think, and that this is a time made for us to think about these things. I appreciate that. I haven't thought of it quite that way before, Torn. That's wow, that's petty. That is a great way to look at it. So only if one would desire joy as they come into the carnival would they find it here. Huh. That's actually a really good way to look at that.
Like if you go to a ballroom and you're a wallflower, you're not gonna have fun. But if you get out there and dance, you're gonna have a good time.
That's fair. Thank you. You know what? That is a fantastic way to look at this, Torn. And I can say that my night has been better for having spoken with someone who took me and my questions seriously.
Yeah.
And didn't just try shallow flattery. As if that would somehow,
He
as if I don't know I'm awesome. Yeah, I know.
He means, well, he's just, I believe with us, he's lost a sense of time, so I think when he speaks, he just doesn't realize how much time passes for a conversation. But what is time?
That could be a good, that makes sense. If he doesn't have a sense of time, maybe he doesn't realize how much time is passing as he talks. It's a good way to look at that. Okay, I can get on board with that. Okay. At that, she kind of quiets down and she seems to kind of fall into her own thoughts, and she kind of, sits. She's quiet unless you interrupt or start speaking to her again, for a while, for a good part of the swan ride. Clearly, she's thinking about what you've said, kind of puzzling it over, mulling it over in her head. Does anyone wish to ask any questions or interact further with her at this point, or are we good with just kind of quietly going along? Quiet? We're good? Awesome.
Let her have peace for the
It's
moment.
good that
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah, she appreciates the peace. She does. As you continue to go, at some point, she will actually lean back and kind of whisper at Torn, and she's like, "By the way, I saw you talking with Burley earlier, yeah?
Yes.
He just has such a profound mind. I just feel like it's simply wasted with him guarding the staff wagons. He just misses his brother so tremendously."
Yes. We've all lost something.
You too.
Yes. These horns were once majestic, but now they're short.
They are still fearsome, I'm sure. In their own way. But it's speaking of things that have been lost, you know that Candlefoot, he went to propose to Blasha and he lost his voice.
Oh.
Right in the middle of his proposal.
Oh, that sucks.
It was awful. Like, it was.
That's embarrassing.
It was so embarrassing. So many of us were around. I'm surprised you haven't heard about it. Like,
I'm not.
oh my god.
Did you hear about this, Sage?
I mean, he hasn't spoken a word since. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, like, he's been exceptionally quiet lately. Poor Palacios is obviously, she's still so upset too. She's very upset. I mean, you know, she does her best. She goes out for shows like she's supposed to, but I mean, his words left him when he went to propose to her. How is she supposed to take that?
Where is he at now? Is there anything we could do to help him?
I don't know if you could help him, but you know he runs the Hall of Illusions, so you can go over and try after, you know, we complete our ride here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if
Maybe his love for her just left him speechless.
Mm-hmm.
if that's the case, it's left him speechless for a while now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mhm.
Palasha's really upset about it. I don't feel like that's fair to her.
And where is she
Hate that.
working right now?
I mean, she's in Silver Swan Lake where she normally is.
Okay, that makes sense.
Between shows, you know.
Yeah.
She's doing her best to put on a brave face, but so upset. Yeah. So, as she kind of chats with you about this and pointedly chats with Torn about this and Parthenos, because Parthenos isn't necessarily talking, but he definitely has not tried to annoy her. Definitely, like, pointedly ignoring some folks. And she pulls back up to the jetty where you got on in the first place, and she says, thank you so much. Torn, and I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name?
Parthenos.
Parthenos. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for some stimulating conversation. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Sage, as always, a pleasure.
Sorry.
Thank you for being quiet, Bunny.
I knew you'd come around.
Have a lovely day.
It has been so far. I do not expect it to change.
Okay.
Though I did learn a little bit about you. As much as you said you didn't like to talk about gossip, that was quite a juicy bit you just dropped on us. Suppose we should go talk to Mr. Candlefoot, I believe it was.
Yes.
And maybe Lady Palasha. Just let them know that we heard the scuttlebutt.
I was not gossiping. I do sincerely hope someone can help Candlefoot.
Well, I mean, what is gossip?
Honestly, she is gone. She has just, the moment you got out, she just began to move away rather faster than you've
Without
seen the boat
anybody
move.
in her little
Absolutely.
boat.
She
That's
looks like
a
she's
shame.
she's ready to take her 15, man. Yeah?
Well,
Cool. So that took an hour.
we've learned it did.
Yeah. You're rebel.
Oh, we barely got
around.
on there, and then we was getting off. Why did you guys wait? Oh, that's right, you fell in. Oh, that's right, and then I saved you.
Nope.
Aw.
Yeah, I
Did
definitely
you?
remember that part.
Well, thank you in case you did.
You did get her to stop the boat, so, but you weren't really in fear of drowning.
We don't know that for sure.
He was standing.
You never know when his knees was going to go out, and then his hips would go out, and then maybe he would lose his core, and then he would be face down.
This core flexes his ass.
That see,
There's more.
any minute that could just blow right out.
Sure.
It could. Stranger things have happened.
I'll agree with you there.
Okay.
Alright.
So, you get off those swan gondolas, and as you begin to walk, you know, you see the same things as always. There's little stands set up with food. There's a couple little things to sample and drink. Where you get out, you are next to the Silver Song Lake, and you can hear the music from the carousel. That's actually, when you get out, you can actually see the carousel right in front of you.
What other right? I'm gonna take
Yeah.
this out. All right, hold on.
If
I have
you
lost it. All right, so we are at Silver
That
Song
tracks.
Lake next to the gondola swans.
Yes. So the gondola swans, if you decide to go to one side, you actually would go to the feasting orchard. And that's
That's close to where they fell out.
Yeah.
What's that one? That could be fun.
you've got the
'Cause we already did all
carousel.
that.
You have not.
Did we do
That.
snail racing? Oh, that's right. I said
You
that'd
said you
be.
didn't want
Yeah,
to
that'd
do
be
snail
boring.
racing.
Yeah, that'd be
I tried
absolutely.
to go do snail racing.
I just
think you
could
might.
not
You could
bring
also
myself
help out.
to
Yeah.
go
I
and
mean,
watch.
we can peek at it when we go to Hall of Illusions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Someone
so we
might be
go
a little
back
more interested.
Near the
that way.
carousel
If you
and
want Mr. Parthenos to
repairs.
become
Oh, yeah.
the monarch
Yeah.
of the carnival, we do
Yeah.
need to go see all of the rides, and the snails is on there.
That's right. Mr. Parthenos is going to become. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we've already
Parthenos?
done
So you're gonna
Dragonfly.
be a little bit
You
more
looked like
peek-
you had an
Dragonfly
idea of
Fee,
somewhere you
and
wanted to
Lost
go.
Property.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did we go to the feasting
Where
orchard?
did you want to go?
I don't think we went to the feasting orchard.
Gonna go,
Unless that's
You
where they
didn't
had
know.
all the yummy snacks at.
Now, mine
Huh?
originally only
Go to
said
the
we did
carousel.
the game,
You wanted to go to
so
the carousel?
I don't
Help
really
prepare.
Help
So-
games
I follow
on
with you.
here.
As
But it's
as
the
we're
games
chattering
before
and
we
as we're
got the
looking
food
over the
as we
map
were
and
on the way
discussing where
over
we've
to the
been,
Kingdom.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Parthenos,
So
maybe you just
then-
head over towards
That
carousel,
really
yeah?
just leaves
Yes.
these three
Yeah.
Certain
ones
things
here
of need repair.
Yeah,
and the
they do.
carousel.
So,
And as you head towards the carousel, Torn goes with you. I don't know what they're doing. I think they got lost
We
in their
are
own world and
plotting.
they're.
We are
Matt.
plotting your rise to power. So
Where are we
we've
going?
discovered that we have not actually been to the carousel,
Rise to
the
power.
Hall of Illusions,
Mm-hmm.
the snail racing for whatever reason anybody want to ever go there, and the Mystery Mine. Those are the only places we have not been yet.
Yeah,
We're already
Yeah,
on the way
Big
to
Top.
the
Big Top was middle of the night.
and we
So
didn't do the bubble tea either, or the bubble pot.
I mean, the two
why
of
would
you
we
can't
need to?
hear them
It's
at
back
this
there
point.
with
Like,
the Pixies.
We're already
already
walking.
gone.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh, yeah.
you just started walking there. I don't know who they were
No,
talking
we saw
to.
that. That did not work out well.
No, it
People
was
fell.
mixed.
Alright.
Yeah, somebody went through the bubble. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
No, we just saw it on the way to the Pixie Carnival.
We saw them. I thought I had a bubble. I'm telling you, we saw it. It happened. Maybe you weren't paying attention. I saw it. It was horrible.
You don't remember 5 seconds ago. How do you remember what happened
You're,
hours
this,
ago?
this, that is a horrible thing to hold against a person. And you're right. It may have happened actually last time I was here.
Uh-huh.
Which means it could happen again.
Oh.
All right. So,
We're going to the Hall of Illusions?
Mr. Parthenos,
No.
reach
So-
deep within yourself.
Where did we end
While
up?
while
while
you
we were
are
talking?
chatting, the two of you, I assume, paused and began consulting this map. Very loud. Like, there has been so much chatter back and forth. You've talked about where have we been and where have we not been. What are the things that we involved in? Jericho has again displayed some very ridiculous disdain for whatever reason about snail races like 4 times. No good
I
reason.
just cannot
Whatever's
see
going
how
on.
that could be any entertainment whatsoever.
when the two of you look up, though,
Yes.
Happy.
You're alone. Your companions have gone, like, if you look up, like, you can just see
They left
what
us.
looks like maybe the
Of
back
course
of
they
them
did.
headed toward the carousel because they apparently were not interested in that conversation that continued to go on and
I
on.
mean, at least it's closer. Isn't
Well, that's if they went that way.
it? Okay. Well, where are we going then? Because clearly
Well,
they
clearly
left
we
us.
need to go that way because they're lost. We've got the map.
'Cause y'all
We
are
know
lost.
Parthenos ain't gonna make a
yeah.
map.
Oh, we all got a map. They have maps too.
I don't hear this.
We just got lost from each other. Oh no,
I
are
don't
we
think we
losing
got
more
lost.
things?
Well, maybe we did.
Oh
Okay, so, well, the two of you sort out whether you're moving forward or continuing to talk about
We're
how
just gonna
lost you
go to
are.
carousel because we figured that's where they went because they're lazy and they went to the shortest place.
Okay. As you head over to there,
no. That's really exactly.
Parthenos and Torn, you will get there first.
And we will arrive about 30 seconds or so afterwards, maybe.
About 5 minutes later, but
30
sure.
seconds, that's what I said.
Yeah. So as you come up to it, what you're actually going to see is a procession of wooden unicorns standing motionless on a circular wooden platform. There are fairgoers clambering onto the unicorn's back, and there is a female centaur that sets the ride in motion after the ride is full. When the ride itself actually becomes set into motion, the unicorns begin to shake their manes and they creep to life. And they actually canter around the carousel to the delight, of course, of all of the people who are on there riding them. It's really beautiful, and it costs, of course, 1 ticket to ride. She's just set the carousel going, and she is standing there kind of just watching it, making sure nothing happens, and you can go ahead and get in line to ride the carousel next, or to chat with the person who is running it, or whatever you would like to do at this time.
We will chat with the person that's running it because we heard that it was broken, so...
Okay.
Is it safe to be riding this? We heard that this ride was broken. Is there anything we can do to help?
It's not broken. It's just a little in disrepair. You see, some of the names have been lost off of the bridles of some of the unicorns. They've gotten rubbed off, and really, I need someone to paint them back on. And as she is explaining this, the 2 of you walk up, and she says, I just need someone to help me and paint them back on. And at that, she kind of just reaches out and hands you paint and a paintbrush, and hands you paint and a paintbrush. And when the carousel stops, you are the only 4 still there at this time. Like, other people get off the ride, and y'all are the only 4 lined up right now. So what you're actually going to find is there's a slip of paper on the top of your tables, and it's got like a highlighted 4 in the corner. Yep, that one. And if you will fold it open, you're actually going to see exactly what you see when you look at the unicorns. And you see on their bridles. So as you come up to the first one, you can actually see that there is a unicorn that has fortune written across their bridle.
Pride goes.
But the other one is barely there. There's just a bee.
That's me.
So
That's gonna be.
there are clearly several different groups that need to be put together, and she asks you to fill them in as you come across the right information. If you'll fill them in. How do you guys want to take this? How do you want to do this?
All right, we'll take number 2 and number 3 if y'all will take 1 and 4.
I see. Alright, sure.
Okay.
2 and 3 are
We
easy.
got this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's great.
Yeah, because
This is pride.
So fortune
Pride goes
and-
before fall. Stone, a rolling stone doesn't
Why
gather
can't be
moss.
fortune and bitches?
That's what I wanted, right? It's definitely not.
Letters.
Okay, we're done. We got ours. Hey, y'all finished yet? Do you need some help?
Sure.
That's terrible. I can't believe you need help. These are so simple. Okay, so for ours, for number 2, we paint very nicely on there, pride. And then on number 3, because I know this one very well, I actually get to do this one. So it's moss. So number 2 is pride and fall, and
Okay.
number 3 is stone and moss. We got this because they're clever plays on phrases, popular things that people say. For example, pride goeth before the fall. See, pride is before fall. And then on the second one, stone and moss, because a rolling stone gathers no moss.
So fortune favors the bold.
Hey, look, see, I have inspired Torn.
It wasn't bitches.
Now that just leaves number
Well,
4 there. Do you think you can get this one?
Nope, I have no idea if I'm being honest.
It's an N,
Yeah, in the middle.
so it won't be time. It's not a stitch in time. So what else might it
I mean,
be?
if you got it, okay.
No, this is yours to solve. We have solved ours. We did our part. I helped you with the one, so this one's on you. You've got a bona fide artist sitting right next to you.
Yes. Lion Man, you should know this, right?
No.
Yeah, I have no idea. I want to hold up.
No.
idiot when I figure it out.
It's okay. So Diana kind of, she sees that the two that y'all are working on are finished, and she's like, thank you. I appreciate you filling them in. So what do you think it is?
Well, it's not Stitch in Time, because that's it.
That's I
What's the
already
rest
gave you
of
that
it?
one.
What's the rest of it go?
Stitch I know no phrase.
So how the rest of it would go is a Stitch in Time.
I don't know that phrase. I honestly don't.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here.
I don't think you know the phrase either.
I'm gonna give you to the count of 9 to figure this out.
Wait, it's not.
Look, I didn't even have to start counting, and you got it.
So Stitch. That makes.
Because a Stitch in Time saves.
Oh.
Don't
There
put it
we
off
go.
until tomorrow, because then tomorrow you have to clean up all of the mess that happened because you didn't clean it up.
See.
I got
Look
it.
at that.
I got it. I've
You
never heard that phrase
think
before
that
in my
this
entire
humble
life.
bunny over here has no
I
smarts
don't know
within
how to
his
help
brain,
you.
and
I
yet
heard
he
the rest of
solved
them.
all 4 riddles for you.
Well, what you should do next time is that when there's a riddle, you jump ahead of everyone
Yeah,
else
well,
the moment you know an
I'm
answer and go,
pretty
hey,
good
I'll
at
take
this.
that one. And then that way
I
he
had
can't
already
claim
figured
that they
out
know
2
things.
I already figured out 2 and 3, and then
See?
he claimed those. I was like, wait a minute.
You see, you should have been like, nah, bruh.
And I thought we were all 4 of them work together.
I
No. See,
This
she
side.
handed you paintbrush and paint can, and then we got paintbrush and paint can. Therefore, we were not all 4 working together. This is where you say, thank you, Jericho Mouse Blossom of the Westbriar Mouse Blossoms, for solving all 4 riddles for me.
I think I solved the first one.
You did. You did solve the first one with help.
You know, if I were you, I would be so tempted to go and like paint back over those letters, but you know.
It is
In the
tempting,
meantime,
but
while
we
this
got
is going
Either
on,
to do.
I would like to
Become
continue
monarch.
painting. I want to give them cutie marks.
They're
They're ponies, are they not?
Already have cutie marks.
I feel like then they deserve more.
okay. Well, you know what?
I get
She's
upset with these
she's okay with that.
marks.
So, as far as this goes, she actually looks at the 4 of you and says, "Thank you so much for helping with this. I really appreciate it. You were indeed right, Mr. Lion Man. I needed someone to come along and help me repaint these, and it's nice to have someone help around here that isn't me, because I feel
You feel
quite honestly depressed. Like I can't.
You feel
I can't.
depressed. Would you like to talk about your feelings?
What's wrong?
Do you not feel appreciated
No,
or valued?
no, it's not that.
Do you miss somebody important to you?
I do.
Well, who might it be? Maybe we can help you find him. We're pretty good painters, so, you know, we're pretty good people finders as well. Is it someone dear to your heart?
Yes.
Is it somebody
It
you
was,
once shared an intimate connection with?
It was my war horse. And the hag made me a deal to reunite us, and she kind of did.
Were you not always a horse lady?
I'm not a centaur. I made a bad deal.
Wait.
But wait, you are now joined forever together. And I mean, you make quite the picturesque individual. Maybe we embrace what we have become, because life is about changing and evolving.
Thank you.
I have been studying with Miss Featherine. She has taught me many deep ways of thinking. If you'd like to pass on those words, that'd be wonderful. Specifically to her, and tell her that Jericho Moss Blossom of the Westbriar Moss Blossoms helped you out.
I'll think about it.
That's all I ask. Well, now that we've helped you with your problem, maybe you
Would
can help us
you-
with our problem.
What's your problem?
Well, Mr. Parthenos there, he's the cat individual. We're trying to make him monarch tonight. And I think we're doing a pretty good job, but honestly, he can use all the help he can get.
Well, I have to say, you fixed the carnival, so I think it's definitely a step towards it. I really appreciate that, and so does the carousel. As a matter of fact, if you'd like to take a ride on the carousel, you have fixed it, and so we don't
ride the
need
ride.
to,
You gotta ride the ride.
charge. We're not gonna charge
I'm gonna
for it.
I'm gonna ride it.
Alright.
But after
If I fit.
you can fit, it'll be fine.
There's a big destrier that's just for you.
That's fortunate bitches.
It's horn sized.
All right. So, tell me which ones you'd like to ride.
Fortune and bold.
You only get
Okay.
one.
I was gonna say you really only need one, but
Oh.
that's cool. You don't need one of the set.
I'm gonna ride gold.
Cool.
You
It's
didn't
all
like
good.
bold because you thought it was bitches?
Yes.
Okay.
Bold.
Parthenos.
Yeah, which
Pride.
one?
Okay.
That makes sense because you's a cat.
Yes.
And cats travel in
Which one are you
prides.
gonna get?
I get Sidriel. Is that not an option?
It's not.
You sure
It's
you
not-
don't want
There are
moss?
8.
Well, then obviously I'm getting Moss. Come on, y'all. Why did you even ask? I'm already on it.
It might be Moss's first name once upon a time. Sure.
I'll get on Stitch.
Okay. So,
It prefers 626.
I can't.
That's perfect.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so they actually are very happy. They all seem the unicorns themselves, of course, they start reanimating as the ride goes.
Oh my goodness.
And they actually get very excited about the fact that like you all are on the ride. They seem excited and they
Can
actually
they talk?
They do speak with you telepathically.
Can I touch your horn?
Sure.
I'm asking for consent before I do this. That is the proper way to do things. Since
Okay.
I have mounted you without your consent.
Well then.
May I have
Give her
retroactive
warning, right?
consent to?
Yes.
yes,
Yes, you may.
Okay, now I'd like to touch the horn. Is it a real horn or is it a wooden horn?
Well, at this point, they were wooden as the carousel started, but as the carousel moves, some type of strange magic happens, and they all seem as if they're real now. They're real unicorns prancing around this carousel. So, at this time, you take the opportunity. Of course, they say yes, that you can. They seem a little off-put by it, but they're okay. They allow it. Seem a little weirded out, but they allow it. And it's, you just, I don't know how to, I don't even know what to say about that. For Jericho, you actually hear your unicorn begin to speak to you telepathically. It's not out loud. So of course you could choose to share or not share this information. But they tell you the hag you seek has foreseen her own death, which happens during an eclipse.
Who is speaking to me right now? Lord.
He says, I've been called that in the past. Yes.
Oh, you say he. Are you the horse I'm on?
I am.
I'm sorry about earlier. I got excited.
Mm.
Did you pee on the horse?
No. You can't hear what's happening. It's happening in my head.
Are you answering in your head or are
You're
you
answering
out
your
loud?
head. That's true.
No, I feel like I'm definitely answering out loud.
Oh.
So you guys just see Jericho just talking to
Just
himself.
chatting on himself. That
That's
seems
normal,
to
man.
track.
You said that the hag has foreseen her death in an eclipse.
Yes.
those happen pretty regularly, so she's got to be pretty nervous.
Well, you know, I do hear that she has a lair in a mountaintop theater.
Okay. Well, I will keep that in mind for later. I have no idea how that would be of any benefit to me at this moment in time. Can you help me make Mr. Parthenos king of the carnival?
You know, by repairing this for us, you've made a good start.
We've done a lot to just be starting, and the night's almost over.
You've got another good 2.5 hours or so
That means nothing.
before the monarch is crowned. Maybe try doing something that'll result in a lot of happiness. Maybe you've seen the flyers around, right?
Right. Yeah,
And
Lauren keeps
there's-
waving that stupid thing about the doll around.
Oh, I don't hear.
That's kind of the only thing that's, after that he kind of gets quiet. Doesn't say much else to you.
Okay,
Uh,
Mr. Moss.
oh my goodness.
If you were to suddenly no longer be a part of the carousel and could just canter about all you like, where exactly would you go next? Because see, we haven't done the snail racing. I'm trying to tell them that'd be boring. And there's also the halls of illusion, which I just have no time for, mucking about with that. And that just leaves the mystery mine, which I feel like is some sort of thrill ride that would be wholly terrifying. So,
I've heard
out
good
of
things
those
about it.
3 places, where would you go next?
I've heard good things about the mystery mine. I have indeed.
What kind of good things? Like people are so scared that they die, or maybe they
A lot of mixed reviews. That's all he wants to. That's all you're gonna get from him. A lot of mixed reviews.
Well, shucks. Mr. Moss Blossom, you're not
Mr. Moss Blossom.
you're not bound in any way magically like the horse lady over there is, right? Like you have not been cursed or anything, and you are now permanently stuck here.
At this point, the carousel ride is actually winding down,
Oh no!
and he does not continue to speak to you any further.
Hey, did y'all's horses talk to you in your heads?
I don't know. I didn't have a chance to talk to them, did I?
Oh, you are one of mine. I just know it.
Ah.
You must be a family
Aha.
member.
Yes. So, I did actually have something for the rest of you. Share with me one more time, guys, because I apologize. I took notes and my thing, I don't know how to put those notes. Share with me one more time what curse you have, Parthenos.
I cannot tie or untie
Right, okay.
non-magical knot.
Right. Okay. I don't know what Sage is, because I just Sage, you actually had the unicorn you were riding on actually told you, I think you're looking for Indolin Moongrave. I think that's who you're looking for. He doesn't really say anything else. That's all he says to you. He says, I think the hag that you're looking for is Indolin. And that's all he gives you. As far as you other 2 gentlemen, you get a little bit different information. Your information is completely separate from theirs. Again, this is information you don't have to share with each other. It is up to you if you do. For Parthenos, you end up with, you would think I'd made the notes transfer over better, sorry. Parthenos, you actually, the unicorn says to you, the one you seek is in a lair that is dead, in a hollowed out tree in a sylvan forest. She sleeps in a dollhouse and can't remember the first creature she sees when she wakes up. And that is all that they say to you unless you ask any additional, do you have any additional questions or anything for them?
Nope.
Okay. I can't talk, guys, I'm sorry. Really should drink more drink. Anyway.
Water.
I know. Torn. Yours tells you, I think that you are looking for Bavlar Blight Straw.
Bavlar light straw.
Bavlorna
Bavlar.
Blight Straw.
Light straw. Okay.
And she's allergic to someone running Windershins.
Someone running Windoshins?
Windershins.
Windoshins. Righty.
Okay. So this is information, again, you don't have to share it. Each one of your unicorns speaks to you telepathically. So if you don't share the info, it won't be shared.
Didn't know there was LSD on this character.
As the ride slows down and comes to a stop,
Catnip treats.
the centaur-looking lady says thank you again for helping me repair, and I hope that you've enjoyed the unicorns.
Immensely.
Thank you, and have a good evening.
All right. Well, I don't know about y'all, but Mr. Moss, the horse I was riding, so he agreed with me. He said snail racing was boring and that we would be wasting time. So that really just leaves us 2 other places to go with only about 2.5 hours left. He said that we could either go to the Hall of Illusion or we could go to the Mystery Mine. Now, he assures me that the Mystery Mine is not terrifying, however, it does get mixed reviews.
Well, the Hall of Illusions is where Candlefoot is, and that's where your future wife told us to also go and help out.
I'm glad that you agree with me there.
I'm your best wingman, bro.
Would you like to be the best man at our wedding?
Yes, please.
Would you also like to be the musician?
Yes.
It's going to be quite the
He
show.
wants to be the wedding singer. So.
Sage can be the planner.
He wants to be the wedding singer.
I
So
know.
understand.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so what are we doing?
What are you? My vote is for the Hall of Illusions.
Parthenos. What's your vote?
No, the Hall of Illusions.
The Hall of Illusions? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so.
Well, not to be contrary, but I suppose I'll also go to the Hall of Illusions. I'm telling you though, those places will mess with you. There was this one time when I was in one.
And as you trek across the carnival to get back towards the Hall of Illusions, because it's back on the other side.
If only we could take something like a bubble transport.
Or maybe a dragon
That's
fly.
actually further than the Hall of Illusions, so.
Well,
Yeah. So, you are actually going to head that way. How are we walking? Order.
normally, one foot in front of the other.
Oh, that's good to know.
I guess
No skipping.
I'll
Is
fly above
she's
them.
walking? I was gonna say, are you walking
No,
too? That
no, I'm
seems super
flying
inefficient.
above them. Yeah.
Cause we leave
I'm
Sage
I'm just
behind.
hovering.
Hovering.
I guess I'm walking in front so I
Really?
lead them to it. 'Cause I
You're
wouldn't know
so
where it
weak.
is.
Okay, so
And
you'd
your
like
little
to
steps
you'd like to lead.
like that.
Okay.
Flying.
Well, if you were to walk, we would leave
Okay.
you behind.
So you're gonna let Jericho be in the back and chatting and doing whatever Jericho thinks.
Still,
That's
yeah,
fine.
little
I
feet.
mean, like,
Yeah.
4.5
Jericho things.
foot.
Right.
You're not that much
My
taller
stride
than
is like 5 of yours. And look at those 2 over there. You think you're gonna keep up with them if you were to just walk?
I mean,
Well, that's why Torn lets me ride on his shoulder sometimes.
And yet here you are.
I'm flying. Because I have real wings.
So,
That's not an insult to me.
Can I
I am a lapine. We do
Is
not
Slinky still
normally
walking
have
with me?
wings.
if you summon him, he would be. If you called him, yes.
Rigger!
Just because he's up front.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You
All right.
know, these practical jokes are what make you my best man.
Yes!
All right. As you head forwards, you are going to walk towards the Hall of Illusions. Now, as you come up on it, you're actually going to see
Right. Because you're a fairy.
there's actually a wooden mannequin of a grinning, raven-haired young woman in witch's attire and a green flowing cape that hovers inside of a glass
What's in
cabinet
this jar?
right outside the Hall of Illusions.
Because I'm finding one big enough.
At the top of the cabinet, a sign reads Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter. And you can see that there is a halfling couple holding hands as they approach the glass cabinet. Now, being how you are walking, the two of you are going to see this easier, Torn and Parthenos. Jericho's a little smaller. Sorry, bro. It is what it is. You're shorter. It is what it is.
I do
I'm
not
flying
disagree.
up.
And depending on how high are you flying next to Jericho so you can chat with him, or are you flying higher?
Well, I was above him, tugging on the tips of his ears because he was being rude.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's still only 5 feet up. These guys are like 6 something. So,
I mean, it's still above you.
fair enough.
You have wings. This does not surprise me. You could be taller than Torn.
Oh my. So as you approach, the two of you can see that there's a halfling couple holding hands as they approach the glass cabinet. One of the halflings is wearing butterfly face paint, and you watch as he drops to one knee and pulls a small box from his pocket. I assume that you probably pause at that time, yeah? Maybe to not intrude on the
Yeah.
situation, yeah? Or are you going to keep walking? I mean, you can keep walking, that's cool.
Oh, watch and see
No,
what
we're
happens.
going to wait. Okay. I'm going to say the other two of you may draw even at this point and can see what's happening. As he does this, the other halfling with him, his sweetheart, she bursts into laughter and begins rolling on the ground, like just laughing hysterically.
Oh, no.
The halfling with the face paint begins sobbing and darts into the Hall of Illusions without getting his ticket punched at all. He just runs right past Candlefoot. As you continue approaching, unless there's anything anybody wants to do at this moment about this. Y'all
No,
are
that was awkward
awful.
as
That was-
hell.
yeah.
Y'all are awful. Y'all are
We
just
need
like,
to go find him.
that is rough, bro.
Yeah, that was just, you
I
know,
was gonna go sprinkle like petals around him while he was doing it until
I
she
thought
started
it was
laughing.
Candlefoot.
I feel like we should politely pretend not to have seen that. That would be what we would do back in Westbriar.
Oh my.
Once
We're
I
going in.
I
We
agree
can
with you.
perform and make sure he's okay.
Just
Well-
kinda wanna.
No.
The Hall of
That-
Illusions itself is a large tent painted with a mural of shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of color. The helical shapes of the tent's pointed canopies rotate in spirals, and the whole display seems designed to befuddle onlookers. A clown dressed in muted garb stands at the tent's entrance, blinking at you. Those of you who work here know that this is Candlefoot. And he is dressed in just completely muted and drab. Like, these colors don't match the carnival at all. It looks like he was, I don't know, almost as if he was like stepped out of a black and white movie, for lack of a better term. Just his colors are all washed out. All right.
Why do they call him Candlefoot?
As you walk up, as you walk up, he kind of just sighs and shrugs. No actual words, and he reaches for your tickets.
We heard what happened. How can we help? Yes, I am aware he cannot talk. Would you like his voice? He talks a lot.
Perhaps Monsieur Candlefoot, who cannot speak, might be able to write down some words. Of course I have parchment. All right.
Then?
Parthenos has already got it out.
Okay.
Out of his scroll box. He's already handing over.
See, there we are. Look at Parthenos assuming regal duties right now.
Yes, he'll be a fine king. Of the carnival.
Oh my. And as you do this, I know that you've been picking up missing. I know y'all have been picking up flyers, missing flyers, things like that. There is one, and it's actually on your table. There's one about pedal steam, and I'm gonna say that's probably was in your pocket with your stuff. It's gonna tumble out. He's actually gonna pick it up, and like shake it at you, and begin to write on this parchment.
That's the Genku.
Oh.
They might have it. I think they have it.
That's no, the Kenku.
Oh, that is the
Yeah.
For instance, here's one of
Do we have it?
They have it.
They have it.
They have it.
There's one
Secret
about.
out there in Texas, and you stolen the voice of one of our Witchlight hands. Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright, mission accepted.
So yeah, he actually picks it up and shakes it at you, and he begins to kind of write. I mean, he doesn't need to write much at this point. Like he shows you the thing, whatever. And he's like, he kind of tells you just briefly and really quick writing that like, they found out that Palasha had the power to help him regain his voice temporarily when she joined the carnival, and they fell madly in love. But now his voice is gone, period. All the time. He can't get it back, even to talk to her, even when she sings, it doesn't matter. It's gone. And obviously the Kenku that has been causing trouble all over the carnival, he notes is who he definitely blames and who he is sure did this. So,
Let's see.
how would you like to proceed forward?
Well now.
Do you know where we could find Kettlestein? Any leads that you have? Alright.
He kind of shrugs and he pens a quick note to you, and it just says, anywhere that someone is performing, you can look for him to be heckling, or them to be heckling from within the crowd.
Okay.
But that is all he's able to provide you, and he shrugs otherwise, and he, very despondent looking guy, and shrugs, and then reaches out again, and like his hand for your tickets,
Oh, yeah.
wondering if you're going. I mean, for him, he wants to know if you're still going into the Hall of Illusions or if you're choosing to go somewhere else. I mean, you have options at this point. You can go in, you can still go look for the halfling that ran past him, you can choose not to go in here, but you have taken the time to speak to Candlefoot, which he'll remember and he'll appreciate.
Well,
So what do we wanna do?
We could. Where are performances happening right now? Anywhere?
Where are performances happening right now?
You would know that Lady Palasha sings in Silver Song Lake.
Right, we were there earlier.
You would know that there are often different things going on in the feasting orchards.
Is that where we got all the food from earlier? Different place?
Yep, you earlier when you
Okay,
got
so we have not been there then.
Yeah, you
We
haven't
thought
been
that's
there.
where we had got all the, snacks.
No.
Y'all just got those from just random stalls.
Okay.
You did not go to the feasting orchard. So, and again, since two of you are staff of the carnival, I would say that roll me, the two of you that are carnival staff, if you will roll me a perception check.
Alright. That's a 6.
Okay.
15?
7.
Okay, so maybe you weren't terribly perceptive about this.
I don't perceive
Sage,
much.
though, remembers that she's been hearing a lot of people talk about all the problems that this kinku has been causing around the carnival. And you know that it seems that it has been almost a favorite of theirs to cause problems, sometimes especially when Lady Palasha is singing. That's generally where large crowds of people gather. So you know if that's what you want to do and you want to search for the kinku, that might be a good place to start. At this point, I will let you know you've got about an hour and a half left of time in the carnival before the monarch is crowned.
All right.
So,
Think about this. So the carnival responds to the things that are happening inside of it, right? Now this kinku has been causing problems, right? Just
Yes.
all over the place.
We need to bring
If
her
we
in.
were to stop them, that would probably appease the carnival quite a bit. Not to mention, you know, the heckling would stop and Lady Palasha would feel good too, which would probably make Mr. Candlefoot feel good. And also, by catching this kinku, we might be able to get this kinku to give Candlefoot his voice back. So I think that should be our priority at this point.
Agreed.
All right.
I don't like it when people heckle on shows. It's hard enough to play music.
Well, sometimes
Don't like
it's
the
just
music to still
necessary.
show up.
We have to make sure that you're, you know, dedicated to your craft.
oh my.
I mean, free vegetables, at least there's that.
Oh my.
People
Okay.
throw stuff at you like fruit, like
Well,
vegetables.
not me, I'm talented, but others.
Oh, right, others.
But then, speaking on the accord of helping the carnival, why do we not go inside of the Hall of Illusions to help the halfling?
No, I understand where you're.
Us standing here doing nothing about that.
I
and
understand
seeing
where
what
you're coming
happens.
from there, because that seems like that would be something we should do, right? But that is such a small thing, because it's an individual, whereas catching the kinku affects multiple people.
Yes.
So, what would we like to do? Would you like to all stay together and do a thing, or would you like to split up and try to do multiple things?
Ooh, well, I'm on board with getting this Genku.
I'm sure since you two have been working here for some time, like this kinku has probably caused you both some trouble.
The name's familiar, yes.
Yeah, but I do agree, we do need to go look for the halflings though.
If there's time, we could come back for that.
So it sounds like,
Could split up.
yeah, these are
I really
options.
think this is a wise idea. Are you sure that this would be something that we could do?
Oh, it's never a good idea, but.
It's an idea anyway.
Anyway.
Parthenos,
I
what
mean,
is
it
your
is
way in
an
on the
idea,
situation?
but I feel like the kinku.
What do you feel that your goddess would guide you to do at this time, sir?
Athena being the goddess of war, she would want to probably go after the kinku, but
Okay.
seeing how
Divine
the
inspiration.
four of us witnessed the heartbreak of the halfling,
I
it's
didn't
going
see
to
a
bring
thing.
it down a little
Nope.
bit.
Didn't see a thing. I politely do not
Ignorance.
remember that, because that would be a horrifying thing for somebody to bring up. Hey, I saw you get completely dumped and dismissed.
Like you with Miss Featherine.
Oh.
No, actually, she said
Oh.
she remembered me, and
Oh, that hurt.
we had a moment there. Even Torn said that she's going to be future Mrs. Bosma.
I'm pretty sure her best
Good luck
best
with that.
thought of that was when you stopped talking.
Well, you know, sometimes we have to be quiet in order to hear the things most loudly.
Either way, I'm going inside the hall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just so we're clear at this point, you've been standing
Fingers
there at
sweating.
this point, and at this point, whether you're going in or not, Candlefoot has quietly like taken everyone's tickets and punched them because he assumes you're going in. Otherwise,
Okay.
why are you standing here? He's just looking at you like.
We came to talk to you, of course, but now that you
Good.
have stamped my ticket, I have no choice.
I'm gonna
I mean,
going to hand my ticket back to him again and be like, punch mine for him that ran in there as well.
and we'll do that.
He could just do that with mine, and I won't have to go in at all.
Would we know what time she would be singing again?
Do you? Yes. You know that she actually puts on several performances. As long as you get over there about You still have a little bit of time, so as long as you get over there, probably right before the monarch is crowned, or possibly even maybe right after that, because it's kind of the end, but not exactly the end of the carnival. It's kind of like the end of the carnival, also like there's still like an hour or so left of it.
Okay.
So
You have time to do both.
we are choosing to go into the Hall of Illusions then?
Yes.
Okay.
Suppose.
You can choose not to go in.
So I have a plan.
Little bunny arm.
Oh, no, if Torn says that he has a plan, then.
No, not for Hall of Illusion, but well, it said that she appears with people before him. So if we run out of time, we'll set up a performance. Make her appear.
That was my
I
original.
already got
thought.
permission to give a medal show,
Okay.
I like where your mind is at.
so we can take care of this. And then
You
we'll
are
lure that
always
kid into a
thinking
seat.
ahead.
Sometimes.
All right. So as you begin to walk in, guys.
Earlier, too.
All right. So as you begin to walk in, you're actually going to see the entire place is lined in tall mirrors on either side of the room. The mirrors near the entrance kind of reflect what you used to look like when you were super young. And as you go, you kind of age up a little bit. Some of the mirrors towards the, like as you're walking, you see, and you sometimes see like, you remember things, like you might pause at one and be like, oh, I remember that. That was a good year for me, you know, or whatever.
Stuffy.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that's my
You
golf
probably do.
face.
You see one with you with your little stuffy. There's a moment when you see Jericho like looking at a watch, like he knows how to read these things. It's fabulous.
Grown whore.
Yep. You see a moment of Torn with his horns like exactly as they were once upon a time, and
Wow, Torn,
Parthenos.
you're right. They are majestic. What is
Parthenos,
happening?
you actually have a moment that you can show off to everybody. One of these really amazing illustrated maps that you used to do. Because
It's just a
they
shame
can
this place
kind
is
of
called an
see
illusion.
like a
I
half,
mean, not real.
you know, it's kind of half faced towards it. What would that look like?
Probably be around the area where he grew up.
Okay. Do you think what is yours more of like? Would it be more of like the gilded kind of map, or would it be something more along the lines of the old style, like here there be monsters? Did you pencil in like creatures of the region? What do you think? You'd have been younger.
Explorations. Probably would have old style.
Probably old style.
Mhm.
Okay.
To pass off to the hunters of
Okay.
pride.
So say maybe something you would have passed on to your hunters so they can kind of get an idea of like, here's where this is and here's where that is.
Yeah.
Good deal. Okay, so that's what you're going to see now because, Parthenos, you wanted to actually find the halfling. When you go in, I need a perception check from you.
It's 18.
So you're gonna see it because you're actively looking for her. Sage, are you actively looking for him as well? Can you give me a perception really quick?
16.
So the two of you are actively looking. It sounds like Jericho is busy admiring his younger self and possibly Torn. Maybe y'all are having a discussion over, we were incredibly handsome. Those are majestic words. They're amazing.
We were adorable, and then we became this. This is fire.
So, Sage and Parthenos, what you actually see is the halfling a little further down, and he's gazing worriedly into one of these mirrors. As he does, you actually see another creature approach him almost from within the mirror. It appears to be a creature that is, let's see how exactly to explain what she looks like. Looks like the little girl in a pig mask with pigtails. And she runs up to the mirror and she looks like she is talking with the halfling, and she reaches out to him and he reaches back to her. And with that, we will end this evening.
Oh, of course. I knew it was coming.
And yeah, I know, right? Every time. So when we resume, we will see what you do with this information, this halfling, and we will see who wins the crown for Witchlight, the monarch of the Witchlight Carnival. I mean, if it's even
Let's go, Parthenos. You got this.
Just got
We believe in you.
All right. Good to go, guys?
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you coming in and joining us this evening for our adventure. Good night. Bye.
All right.
Jericho.
What?